Hello guys, today I want to make a review on Textero AI, which is an AI-powered platform designed to improve the way you approach academic writing and research. This will be very useful for students, researchers, or professionals. Textero offers a bunch of tools that can help you create high-quality content faster and more efficiently in different languages, as I am showing you here. In this video, I will be showcasing the three main features that I like the most: the writing assistant with citations, the research assistant, and the essay grader. Let's dive in. First tab is the writing assistance, which you can access to by clicking on create a document here. Now, this tool is perfect for anyone who needs to write essays, thesis, or literature. What sets Textero AI apart, in my opinion, is the AI training. The AI has been trained on 15 million human written essays and 250 million academic sources. This means that it understands the nuances of academic writing and can help you generate well-structured drafts quickly. Here's how it works. First of all, let's click on generate my essay here. Now, you need to set your language and your topic. For my topic, I'm just going to choose effects of climate change in Mediterranean countries, okay? The instructions, I'm just going to keep them empty. And for the number of pages, I'm going to keep them to 2. Now, sources is a very important deal when it comes to Textero. You can use them directly from your library, as I'm going to show you later. But in this particular case, I'm just going to let Textero do its magic and find external sources for me. Now, citation style, you can keep it to MLA or to APA. In this case, I'm just going to keep it to APA. Now, let's click on generate. And here you have basically the estimated time, which is in my case 2 minutes. Okay, so just wait for it and let's see the final result. Once you have your draft, you can edit it directly within the platform using simple commands such as sorting or paraphrase. For example, we can highlight a specific paragraph here, which we think that might be too long. And we can select these AI commands, make shorter, for example. And it's going to take a while, but it's going to make this paragraph more concise. And we can accept the change or we can reject it. Let's accept it. Now, as you can also see here, we have all of the different sources, which we can access. And they will also be at the bottom of the document in the references section. Now, this editing section actually works very similar to a Notion document in the sense that you can include, for example, let's say a heading. So if I scroll down here, I go to the very end of the document and I add a slash here, I can add a heading one. And let's actually name this, I don't know, comparison with past climates in Europe. If I press this button here, which says start autocomplete, the AI is going to basically generate a new paragraph based on this heading here, which is amazing. So let's say that I want to know more about, how the climate is now versus how it was in the past. So I'm just going to press this button here. You can try again also to generate a new one. Okay. And once you're ready, you can just click on accept. And what's cool about this is that you can build from here. Okay. So you can press it again and it's going to build a new paragraph and do it again and again and again. And then it's just a matter of, adding what you think is necessary and giving the AI a certain guidance, okay? And also playing with the sources, with the references. Something that you can also do is, if you don't like the particular wording that a sentence has or that a paragraph has, you can always paraphrase it to make it look a little bit different. We can click on paraphrase and we can change the style, okay? So let's select, for example, I don't know, standard. And after you read it, you can just export your document to a Word document or to a PDF. Okay, so this is pretty much what you can do with your writing assistant with citations. Now, speaking about the research assistant, this tool is basically going to help you to upload different sources that you might have and that you want to use in your essays or in your documents. So this is exactly what we're going to do, okay? I'm just going to show you an example of how you can add a source to your library. And for that, I chose a specific document, which is an overview of the American Revolution. Select it. We're going to select this file here. And as usual, we have to wait a couple of minutes. While this is happening, you can summarize this document, okay? Just in case that you want to have like an overview of the source that you are uploading. So we can just upload this file again here in the summarizer section. I'm just going to click on long here and I'm going to click on summarize. And after we wait some seconds, we're going to have a great summary of this document. Now let's go back to our library to see, okay, perfect. It just finished it. Great. Now, what we can do with this source here is we can edit it. So we're going to select it and we're going to go to edit. And in the title, I'm just going to change this to American Revolution Overview. And I'm going to copy the link again, which is going to come in handy for later. Let's click on save here for a second. And now you're going to be able to use this source when you're trying to generate an essay or a document. Okay, so let's actually go to create a document and let's give this, a topic title, Independence or in the USA. And now instead of, let Textero finding its own sources, we're going to actually select the sources from our library. I actually recommend that you do this with multiple sources, not with just one. But for the sake of this example, I'm going to do it with this one source. Let's select this source here, and then let's click on generate. And here we have our finished article on the Independence War in the USA. As you can see here, we only have one reference, which is the one that was in our library. Okay, and something that we can do that is always cool is to hyperlink this reference here. So we can edit the link and we can actually paste the link for our PDF. And we can also change the name of the reference. So we can say, for example, interior depth. Okay, and now we have an hyperlink, which is going to give us access to the PDF. So that's pretty much it for the research assistant. Lastly, I want to show you the essay grader, which is a fantastic tool to identify grammar mistakes, suggest corrections. For this, I have prepared a small essay on the independence wars of the US that I'm just going to copy paste here. You can also upload your file. I actually made a lot of mistakes in terms of the dates, in terms of the names, for example. This should be George Washington instead of George Washington, okay? And a bunch of different mistakes in terms of dates and grammar mistakes in general. So here we have an overall score of 57 because of these issues mainly, and also because of the readability and the cohesiveness. So these comments are actually going to help us improve this essay until we get a pretty good score, which I consider to be about 85. So let's click on the corrections tab. Also, we can see here all of the corrections that Textero suggests. Once you check them all and you agree with these corrections, you can just click on this button here, which says correct all, and that's perfect. And now we can grade it again and see what score we get. Now we get a score of 72, which is much better, of course. In conclusion, Textero is a comprehensive platform that offers you a range of tools to enhance your writing and research process. The research assistant is going to help you find and manage sources efficiently, and the essay grader provides valuable feedback to refine your work. When you integrate these tools, you're going to save time and you are going to produce higher quality content. So make sure to check out textero.io for yourself. Thank you so much, guys.